What is up, YouTube? YouTube! Mr. King coming at you live from the studio. So what we got today? Here are the bell questions. It is election day, so I just want to know, what are your thoughts? How do you feel? And then number 2, why are you unique? Try and think about crossing over, or like your DNA. Why is your DNA unique? And then 3, what are the 4 bases for DNA? Hint, Gattaca. Today we're going to be taking notes and then have an alien lab. Let's just jump right into it. So there's a genetics exam on Thursday. Today you're going to be able to predict the phenotype of a given alien using your knowledge of protein synthesis. If you don't know what that means, we're going to go over protein synthesis right now. So we are going to be taking notes today. You're going to learn, how does genotype relate to phenotype? But first, I want to do a little review from yesterday. So recall that DNA has 4 bases: adenine, thymine, guanine, cytosine, or A, T, G, and C. mRNA has a U instead of a T. So mRNA has U, A, C, G. And then here are the base pairing rules. Please make sure you have them in your notes. If A is in the DNA, it will become a U for the mRNA, if that's what it pairs with. T will pair with an A. G will pair with a C, and C will pair with a G, vice versa. Yep, so make sure you know those. Eventually you will have to memorize that, just not for this class because my quizzes and tests are open notes. So we're going to do a little sample problem. If your DNA is TAC-TTACG, what is your mRNA? Using those rules, you should realize that T will pair with an A will pair with a U, C will pair with a G, T's go to A's, A go to U, C goes to G, G goes to C. Yep, moving on. So here's the relationship between genotype and phenotype. So your DNA is all about information. That's all DNA does. It just gives you information, and it just gives you the info to make your protein. So your DNA will become mRNA, which will then be converted to proteins. But your proteins will actually do the work. Your proteins actually make your own traits. So your DNA has the info for the traits, but your proteins actually make you have those traits. So you can have like a protein that will make you have light or dark skin, whereas like DNA will just have the info. So your genotype causes your phenotype. Without genotype, you won't have a phenotype. Your DNA has the information. The phenotype actually makes the trait. To help you understand this better, I have an analogy. So let's say like your DNA is a book on losing weight. So your DNA is just the information, but your proteins would be actually doing the work. Your proteins would be actually losing the weight. That's a protein. So DNA is the info, proteins actually do all the work. Nice. So transcription is a process where DNA, remember that DNA is trapped inside the nucleus, so it has to be converted into mRNA. The reason why we do that is because mRNA can move freely around the cell. So DNA to mRNA is transcription. Translation is the next step. So translation is mRNA to protein. And that's what we're going to learn about more today. Proteins actually do the work, remember? So the proteins are the things keeping your cell alive. DNA is just the info. Proteins actually do the stuff. Okay. Totally forgot. I had these answers. Okay. So you start with DNA. TACAAG. How you do it? T pairs with U, A to U, C to G, and then A's become U's, and then G becomes C. This next part, you'll have to use a codon table. So biology reads things in threes. So every 3 bases for DNA will need to be split up. So TAC becomes AUG, and then on this table you need to find AUG. How to read it? The first letter is on the left. So you have U, then C, then A. So boom, we're right here. And then the second letter is up here. So if U, then C, then A, then G. So what I want to do, A, and then look for the U, and then look for AUG. Boom, right there, met. So met will be in this blank. And then the next one is UUC. So look up, find U, and then C is Phi. So the amino acid now, the amino acids make up the protein. So it should be met, and then Phi for methionine and phenylalanine, but you don't need to know that stuff. So that's how you do it. That's how you convert DNA to mRNA to protein. We're going to be practicing it more today, doing a lab. So your lab, it is the year 2050. You are a scientist working for NASA. Alien remains were recently discovered on Mars, and it is now your job to analyze the DNA by transcribing and translating the alien DNA to determine what traits this Martian had. So here's how you do it. Here's like the background and the instructions. Scroll down to get the DNAs that we found for the Martian. So this part, to get the DNA to mRNA, first you want to transcribe it. So remember the rules. C will go to G, A will go to U, and then it will go to U again. And then I put a hyphen, so I know that to be read it in threes for codons. Then the G's will become C's, and then the A will come to U, and then the T will become an A, and then A will become a U, and then the T will become an A. So here's my mRNA. We have GUU, CTU, and then AUA. And then to find the amino acids, look at this table. So first find GUU. So first letter's on this side, so G, second letter's up here, so GU, then U, we have val, valine, and then CTU. So look up C, and then C, and then U. CCU, all the CCs are proteins, pro. Next, AUA. So A, then U, then A, we have aisle, leucine. Cool. So our code is valproil for the amino acids. That's the protein we're going to make. Now scroll down to the next page and find the trait. Valproil, that's hairless. So our alien will not have hair. Hairless. Boom. So that's how you do it. Make sure to break up the mRNA into threes so you can read them for this table. And then scroll down to translate what trait you ended up getting for your alien. And then at the end, I'll give you extra credit if you draw your alien. You could either send me a picture or copy and paste it on your attachment for the assignment, or yeah, or not. It's extra credit, so it's optional. Yep. Please try and finish it today. Good luck, everyone. Thank you for staying with me the whole time. Have a great day. Stay safe.